This is the new Samsung Gusto U360, which is available through Verizon Wireless. The Gusto is a replacement to the Samsung Smooth, which came out about a year ago. The device overall is fairly compact. It's black plastic. On the front does have some shiny plastic parts, but most of it has a bit of a textured finish to the front and the back, which gives a little bit of a grip to your hand while trying to hold on to it. On the front, there's a pretty small 1-inch display. Can set your own wallpapers on it, but it's pretty much only good for viewing the date and time, battery level, and signal. There's a VGA camera on top, also a volume rocker, 2.5mm headset jack, camera, speakerphone key, and micro USB port. The hinge on the Samsung Gusto is actually designed pretty well, opens and closes really smoothly without any sounds or feel like it catching or anything like that. The internal display is 2 inches in size, but unfortunately it's limited to a resolution of 128 by 160 pixels. Because this, most of the text and image is going to look fairly pixelated on it. We'd rather see a higher resolution display like a QVGA display used here. The D-pad is also a bit small for our taste, but fortunately the numeric keypad actually has a pretty decent size to it. The main menu on the Gusto is also pretty basic for a Verizon phone. We've got categories here for the media center, messaging for text picture messaging, contacts where you can save up to 1,000 contacts, 999 speed dial locations, recent calls, also your settings and tools here, voice commands, calendar, alarm clock, roller clock. There's also 3 themes on the device. There's a diagonal, white, and hexagon. Can also have them in either a tab list or grid view. Pretty standard here, nothing really out of the ordinary. Unfortunately, since this is a basic phone, there isn't going to be any music player. There's also no memory card slot. You got your mobile web 2.0 browser on here. Can also use VZ Navigator for GPS guided directions. Can also download other games and applications through the menu too. Most Samsung phones, such as the Intensity 2 and Reality, have a pretty decent call quality, but unfortunately that's not the case here with the Gusto, as voices on our end sound a bit distant, almost like someone's talking down a long hallway. There's also a slight echo delay that could be heard in the earpiece speaker, but when we actually talked to people on their end, they said that they didn't have the echo delay, but still in all, the voice quality on their end wasn't as good as on other phones. Reception was also a bit below par, as we only got about 1 to 2 signal bars in high coverage areas. Overall, the Gusto isn't that bad of a phone for the price, considering it's pretty low. Right now it's free under a 2-year contract, but for the same price, actually the LG Accolade is a better choice in our opinion. The camera on it is 1.3 megapixel, where the Gusto is just VGA, and the quality is pretty bad. The internal display on the LG Accolade is also a higher resolution, but more importantly, the voice and call quality is also a little bit better. Between the two, we would definitely go with the Accolade, but it's still your call. You can check out both of them on our website at phonearena.com.